and the Atlanta Falcons.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Not a lot of undefeated clubs left after 3 weeks, and we're going to have one fewer in a little bit. We're off in a battle of 3-0 teams. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
60 Bison.
Penix going to throw straight away. And Penix gives himself up after picking up that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Penix on first down. To the right side and reeled in by London. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go, Shaq. Check up.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. His foray up the middle. That's about 3. Not able to get away from the big Vita Vea.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Penix. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Penix. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Second down now. They need 7.
Let's go. Liking 18. Get him.
Here's Penix to throw. Completed to his running back. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. It's Penix yet again. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Set. 70, Timberwolves. Back to 60. Hey, what's this? Let's go.
They'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. I'm coming.
Penix working from the gun. Catch made. And this is going to be short. Quick stop by the defense to bring up 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive.
Cougar 19. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Quick throw right side. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Ryan begins with a run by Irving. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing him a loss. First play of the game. Open to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, alert! Regular.
Baker now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And how about this, Bronk? They gain 11 on 2nd down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it 3rd and short. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Mayfield looking to throw on this 3rd and 1. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Down a score and taking a big risk on their own side here. They're lining up to try for this. Here we go with Johnson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
The Buccaneer first down.
No, you're not seeing things incorrectly, folks. You do not need glasses. They are, in fact, lining up to punt on first down. Fielded at the 11. He gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready up.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. As for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
2nd and 3 now. Another carry for Robinson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
On first down, here's Penix. Escapes the pocket. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Penix here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Here we go. 70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Penix. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield with a blitz coming. Short pass brought in. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Bucs have the first. 2 set of downs for him from the 31. Play action. Here's Mayfield. Bails out of the pocket quick. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. You got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing them. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Gets him 5 back on that first down run. It's going to be 2nd and 15.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Putting the tight end in motion. From the gun, Mayfield. It's complete to Tez Johnson. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. And a first down.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. 1st and 10 now from the 46. A quick throw completed out to the left. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
180. Regular. Hey, alert. What's up?
Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Hurry.
Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
What's up?
First down. Here's Baker. Forced out to his right. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
What's up?
This is Irving on 2nd. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
At the 24-yard line.
What's up?
Quickly out to the right. Complete. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Let's go.
Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
What's up?
At the
Alert.
24-yard
Real.
line.
What's up?
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Mark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Let's go. 60 by 6.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And it's gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they've just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Back to throw it. Try for Robinson, but it's intercepted. That is Lewis Cine. And the Buccaneers might be able to get some points late after the interception. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal units. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at at their own 22-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Regular, 180.
Mayfield now from the gun. And this is lofted deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Point right, 180. What's up?
Throwing again is Baker. And he's brought down at the line.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
At their own 27-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Here we go. Left thing, 19. Wrap roll 80. Let's go.
Penix to throw again on 2nd. Hits him on the out route. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Penix on 1st down. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 18.
From the red zone on 1st. Across his body, and they make the interception. Space on the right. He's got room. And he takes this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Gosh, I love that play on so many levels, Kate. Making the interception, already a terrific effort by everybody involved. But to put the cherry on top, to take it all the way back to the house, it required extra effort from everybody, and they get the job done.
Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he's hit and sent out right along that line of scrimmage, so no gain on 1st down.
You know, sometimes, and you've heard this from a lot of the great coaches, know when to lose a battle to win the war. And that time, just simply not taking a loss, pretty big deal for the offense.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Robinson on the inside give. And a decent run gets about 4. It's going to be third down. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Penix on third down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And he takes this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Hard to believe they got him yet again, Kate, especially with how far they had to go on that return. Mentally, this is not a place you ever want to be as a quarterback. It is devastating. Defensively, oh, this is teaching tape for not just taking it away, but taking it to the house.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Antonio Gibson now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Antonio Gibson on the return. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10.
Let's go now. 18, 60, 70, let's go.
Here's Robinson to start the drive. It's a solid block in there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be second down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Set up. 19 Lions.
From the shotgun, Penix. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Penix working from the gun. Complete left side to Robinson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Mustang 19. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Here's Penix. Throwing the out route complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
On the double.
First and 10 from the 32.
Ready? Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
And again, it's Penix. Back to Pitts it goes. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
There's no question, Kate, if the big play is down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
70 Lions. Vikings 18.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Falcons football, a nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter.
Ready?
5 still to go here. This is second down. Penix is going to throw again. Dumped off to his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. And goes to the hurry up here.
Gain of 6. That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. Down to the 10. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal will tie this game in the fourth.
17. Falcons 14.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Johnson now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Bucks to the line. First and 10. We give to Irving to start this drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is second and 4. Right back to Irving now. And they find him after just a yard, and it's third down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Real.
Baker now from the gun. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Penix here from the gun. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Throwing now on first down. Penix buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
Second and 10. Need something positive here.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Penix. He's got London left side. He hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28. They gain 11 on that play, and that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Penix now on first down. He's got it. And he goes down, so they're set up with a nice first and goal as we've reached our 2-minute warning. final score, touchdown Atlanta. The Falcons have taken the lead late. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now.
Buccaneers, 17.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. He's dropped. A big stop and a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there.
It's a loss of a yard.
Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes second and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Setting up to pass. And he's brought down at the 30, right near that line of game. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up. Looking to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're left with fourth and short. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. Desperation time here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Here's Robinson up the middle, and he's able to manage a couple on that run. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8.
Let's go.
Staying with Robinson. And that's just about to it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11.
Falcons 28, Buccaneers 17.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. First down throw here. Mayfield. Got for big yards on the right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Tampa spends its second timeout now. Mayfield on first and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Give him 13 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
Buccaneers first down. A gain of 13 yards.
Point it right.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. Back to their own side of the field now, Brock. This is second and long.
Second down.
Real. Regular.
Mayfield now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he's down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
That's another Buccaneers.
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Bucs have the first.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Stop!
1st down, here's Baker. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Try getting it to Emeka Egbuka. So it'll be 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Real. Regular. Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watch out!
One final shot here. Getting out to his left. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Falcons defend their building and take the win at home. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like...